Good day and welcome to HVAC 337. This course is a 100% online course, so we will not be meeting at all. You'll see that this course has a series of pre-recorded lectures. Sometimes it'll be my voice. Again, I'm Joe Picella. I'm an associate professor here in the HVAC program. Some of the lectures will be by another professor also. So with this course, there's a few things I'd like you to look at. First of all, when we're looking at the course, there's going to be a syllabus. There's going to be student lecture notes. And then we're watching this video right now, where you are. In the syllabus itself, it's pretty straightforward. We have 4 exams in here. This is just a welcome to the class. The syllabus itself, it's a 100% online class. You'll see in here there are different items to do. What we're going to be we'll be learning each week. Week 1, we're going to be looking at terminology of building operating plan and psychrometrics. And there'll be, as you can see, week 2, 3, and 4. Week 4 is going to have some assignments due, and there's also going to be an exam. All right, week 5, as we go through, here's exam 2. After week 8, after week 12, and then there'll be a final, which covers all lectures, so it's a cumulative final. With this course, I'm going to recommend that you don't get behind. There's hard due dates with the class. Make sure you don't miss them, or you'll get no points for them, for different items in there. The exams are set up where you can start them and stop them at your leisure. So I would recommend that but the best way to take the exams in this class is to get ready for them and take them in one swoop with it. If you're having any problems, make sure you email me. Got an email address in here. You'll see some announcements in Canvas. You'll see point totals. As we're going through here, you can see the very heavily weighted on exams for the course. You can see in here what the percentage of the grades are as we're going through. And in addition to that, you will see that there's a weekly to-do schedule pretty much. So week 1, you're going to be listening to 3 lectures, A, B, and C, 1 A, B, and C, and take assessment 1, and it's worth 10 points. And you can see the points are pretty low until we get to this exam. So make sure you're ready for the exams. Make sure you take your time doing them and getting through them. So that's probably the one thing I'd like you to do, is make sure you review that. If you have any questions, send me an email. In addition, there's another file that you're going to need to get a hold of, and that's this one here. I would download that file. I didn't do it just now, but I would download this file. It's 325 pages. And as we're going through, you will see that this file has week 1, lecture 1A information, where you can, what a lot of students do is they will print this off and they will just watch the video and make notes on the side as they're going through as required. We're going to start off with a real simple topic. What is HVACR? Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. And we just talk about, there's a lot of terminology that goes on in the beginning. And then after that, you're going to end up going into the properties of air. Not very exciting if you're not an HVAC person, but it helps you to understand, air it's not just temperature, as you know, it's humidity. And the humidity is either in a percentage of relative humidity, or it's in number of grains of moisture per pound of air. When in the HVAC program, our students go heavily into the grains of moisture per pound of air, or sometimes pounds of moisture per pound of air, depending on what type of facility we're trying to condition the air for. An office building is pretty simple compared to I'm sure some of you have been to a water park where there's just lots of moisture in the air. So as we're going through, there's quite a few pages in here, and I'm going to recommend that you print this out or have a way to open it up and maybe be able to take notes on it. So once you get started in here, you can go into the modules or you can go down here to course navigation. Week one, as you're going through, there's going to be 3 different lectures. So week one, we've got terminology, we've got a building operating plan or operational plan, we have psychrometrics, then you're going to have an assessment. Make sure you watch these videos, make sure you look at that document we just had opened up. So you can go ahead and bring those two together. And this is a psychrometric calculator. And in this one here, there's metric. You can see units for temperature. This is in Celsius. You want to make sure you put it in inch pounds so it's in Fahrenheit. Again, this was in metric system. And this would be in what we're going to work on in the class. So as you go through the semester, usually every Sunday you will see another one of these open up. Right now you can see, I mean, I've got to adjust a couple of dates yet, but you'll see these will open up on a Sunday morning typically. And just for the next weeks, I may set this up so you can actually work ahead just a little bit. We'll just see how that goes through the semester. So there's not much to it. As far as complexity for the course itself. This course is going to go through a few different items in here. We're going to start off with just some basic items on HVAC. Then we're going to look and determine how much heating and cooling do we need for a space. So we're going to look at different ways that we have to look at heating and cooling. Solar, or would we have windows and you have sun coming into a space? Then we have people and computers and different items in a building. So you can see here, it's going to be a heavy HVAC course. You can't see that real well, but it's because it's grayed out right now. But as we go through, you'll find yourself going through HVAC through most of it, most of the class. And when we get to week 10 here, you'll see we start looking at other things such as lighting. So we're going to go through lighting with this. We're going to go through acoustics inside of a building in week 13. We're going to look at plumbing in week 14 and fire protection and storm drains, for buildings for that. So you'll be relatively busy at times with the course. I can't express to you enough that I would spend the time to get into it right away, as with any course that you're taking, so you can get a cadence for the class. If you have any questions, again, feel free to contact me. My information, again, is going to be in the syllabus, and I'll probably put an item up here that will give you a contact to me also. I would prefer that our information goes through through email. And if for some reason we need to get together to have a discussion, I'll set up a private Zoom meeting and we can discuss items in the course. If you have any questions, please let me know. I want to thank you and hope everyone has a great semester.